station.
This is Bermuda Broadcasting. You're watching Bermuda Tonight. It's Tuesday, the 9th of October. I'm Jasmine Patterson, and thanks for joining us. Police tonight identifying the victim in yesterday's fatal road traffic collision as 49-year-old Marco Bowen. Mr. Bowen was seriously injured when the motorcycle he was riding collided with a water truck as they were negotiating the roundabout at the junction of Barker's Hill and North Shore Road in Devonshire around 5:30 p.m. yesterday. Despite life-saving efforts at the scene by Bermuda Fire and Rescue Service EMTs, before being rushed to hospital via ambulance, Mr. Bowen was subsequently pronounced dead. The driver of the water truck, a 32-year-old pageant man, was arrested on suspicion of impaired driving. The investigation regarding the 10th road fatality of the year continues, and any witnesses that have not already come forward are encouraged to contact Constable Roger Fox of the Roads Policing Unit on 717-2004. And our sincere condolences go out to the family of Mr. Bowen. Well, Shadow Education Minister Cole Simons going after the Ministry of Education over concerns that students are not being promoted to higher grade levels in English and maths while not having the proper skills or meeting the necessary criteria. Here's Gary Moreno with more.
Mr. Simons, in a press release, argues the situation reflects challenges faced in the Ministry of Education, particularly as it relates to the newly introduced standards-based testing, something Bermuda Broadcasting reported on at the start of the new school year. Mr. Simons says, quote, again, like other new systems rolled out by the Department of Education, this plan was not complete and all of the system protocols were not in place. Teachers were not prepared for the rollout and the data in the school's computer systems were not accurate or complete, unquote. According to Mr. Simons, it was just last week a survey was carried out to assess teacher readiness for using the new program. He further claims the Commissioner of Education only recently held a meeting for people to be trained to raise their awareness skills and to move the program forward. What's more, the Shadow Minister asserts the ministry has been having difficulty recruiting qualified educational officers, resulting in vacancies in the senior mathematics and English officers' role in the ministry, despite the fact that these roles were budgeted for. Mr. Simons describing these roles as imperative as they drive the English and mathematics standard-based grading program and other math and English curriculum matters. Mr. Simons now calling on the Minister of Education to become more involved in the process in order that public school students can perform at the levels they should and that they achieve more positive academic outcomes. Meantime, with regard to posts not being filled, we've been reliably informed that there are instances where teachers are recruited to begin work at the start of the new school year, but are made to wait several months before they can do so, particularly teachers from the Caribbean. Our source suggests this results in teacher shortages, making it necessary for substitutes to be brought in. Substitutes whom our source contends are not always properly qualified. It is understood the Ministry of Education was advised to begin the recruitment process earlier in the year, and reportedly has done so, but the problem, we're told, still exists. We understand there are now vacancies for biology teachers, English teachers, as well as learning support staff. Attempts to get a response from the ministry about these claims have been unsuccessful. When we spoke with Minister Rebane back in August about teacher vacancies, here's what he had to say.
We recruit our teachers based on our needs, and I've been assured that all efforts have been put in place to ensure that we have the correct teachers in place.
Correct teachers, whether you have sufficient numbers, do you have your full quota of teachers for the start of the new school year come September 10th?
Gary, we will be, that is always the aim, to have the full complement of teachers. Sometimes it just doesn't work that way. However, I am confident in the teachers that are in place and the leadership that is in place to ensure that our students will get the best possible education experience that they can.
Meanwhile, our source at the Ministry of Education lamented no one seems to understand that it is the children who lose when situations such as this occur. Gary Moreno, reporting for the Bermuda Broadcasting News.
And we did subsequently get a response from Minister Rebane to Mr. Simons. The minister says standard-based grading implementation issues and the lack of educational officers are issues that existed going back as long as 2012 and certainly existed when the shadow minister sat as the Minister of Education. He adds the marked difference is that this government is tackling the issues ignored for years by the 4 ministers of education during the OBA tenure. In closing, Minister Rabane says we will not allow hollow statements from the shadow minister about issues he did not sufficiently address when he was the minister to deter or distract us from moving ahead with our plans to ensure the best possible education experience for our students, end quote. Well, it's been 2 months since the new land title registry became operational, but there have already been a number of voluntary applications, with the land registrar looking to expand the office. Hamilton Rotarians were today addressed by Debbie Reed, the land title registrar, working with the island's first centralized database of property ownership, since government has done away with the deed register recently, which they say was ineffective. Bermuda is one of the last countries to introduce land title registration. Operating from a paper-based deed registry made it difficult to establish land ownership, according to Ms. Reed. She explains the main purpose of an electronic register, which went online in August, is to provide an official centralized point of reference on land ownership and other third-party interests.
We are hoping to expand because we know that the voluntary registration has proven to be very popular, more popular than we ever thought it would be. We've always been told that there would be kickback on Bermudians wanting to hand over their deeds, but we have not found that to be so. Going forward, we will definitely need to expand.
Ms. Reed, who came to Bermuda in 2007 as a legal advisor to the Land Title Registry, says the system will move the country into the 21st century.
So moving forward, I think Bermuda is going to be in a better place, and if we can speed up registering property, work with banks and large holders of land, condominium associations, the quicker we build up the register, the better I think it will be for Bermuda and anybody who wants to access their information off the land title register.
At present, registration is voluntary, but it becomes compulsory when you sell your property or when you're entering into a mortgage for the first time. And what about costs?
We do think that the cost is fairly reasonable. The most that you will pay is $1,300. And that's on a property of over £1 million. And for that, your property is actually guaranteed. So again, if you suffer a loss, the money that we accumulate from what we charge, that's what we use to pay anybody who's suffered a loss.
According to Ms. Reed, there is a rating system in place when registering a property.
If you've got a hole in your deed, so you've got a document missing, or you're claiming the property through squatters' rights, then we will not link the government's indemnity to that property, but you can still register it and we'll give it a provisional title. Now, just because you've got a provisional title doesn't mean it's not sellable. Also, with land title registration comes title insurance. At the moment, Bermuda doesn't have that.
Ms. Reed stressing the importance of land title registration as a means of promoting internal confidence between Bermuda's people, commercial enterprises and the government.
What we really would like to do is work with the banks and start registering mortgage properties. But what we don't want to do is to force people to voluntarily register their property, because obviously there is a cost to do that. And what we've found since August the 27th, is that we've had more voluntary registrations come through our door at present than the compulsory, than the triggers. So there are a lot of people who actually want to get their information onto the register.
The public will have full access to the registry through the government's public access model at the end of the year. And we'll be back after this short break. Stay with us.
You can count on us.
Save $2.50 on beefsteak tomatoes, only $2.49 per pound. Fresh assorted pork chops, $3.49 per pound. Bermuda's Best canola or vegetable oil, 48-ounce bottle, hot price $4.29. Scott choose a size paper towels, one roll, $2.79. Save $3 on King Hawaiian sliced bread, 16-ounce loaf, hot price $5.99. All stores open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
If you're looking for the cheapest, easiest way to bring your online shopping to Bermuda, Choose U.S. Express at mailboxes.
I enjoy the service a lot. It's very fast.
U.S. Express is always on time, and they always call you to come get your goods on time.
The cashback, when you get enough deliveries, is really nice. It's an added bonus.
When you shop online, always use your mailbox's U.S. Express address in New Jersey to save money.
I was first diagnosed as a diabetic back in 2000. I was 222 pounds. I used to feel sickly all the time, like a lot of ailments, back pains, this. We meet as a group, as well as we do have individual one-on-one consultations with the doctor.
This is just providing guidance upon the type of healthy foods that will help people better manage and hopefully reverse their diabetes.
But the group setting gives you encouragement, you get feedback. You know, if you see somebody out in the street, hey, how you doing? How you making out?
The aim of the one-year program is to provide that support to try and make it as easy as possible for people to make those changes.
I had lost 22 pounds. I was going down. Now I'm feeling a lot more comfortable. I feel like you actually do feel lighter. You know, you feel more energized.
If you're a diabetic and you say, you know, I really would like to get a better control on this, such patients who have that type of motivation, this is an ideal program for them.
Welcome back. The Bermuda Tourism Authority has its first ever Director of Sports Business Development. Her name is Hazel Clark. And as Mike Sharp reports, the one-time sprinter has hit the ground running.
Clark from the USA is a 7-time national 800-meter champion with a personal best time of just 1 minute 57 seconds. Her aim is to grow the volume of sports tourism business locally.
I'm a 3-time Olympian, 2000, 2004, and 2008. And the Olympics played a big role in my entire life, and really they're a big reason why I'm here. I was brought in to speak in Bermuda about race anxiety during a marathon weekend and met my husband, and we started a life together, and it was a very easy decision to come here. I didn't have a plan, but I knew this is where I was supposed to be, and I found it to be a welcoming place to be.
One of her first projects is arranging for up to 45 high-performance athletes and leaders from the USA Track and Field Athletes Advisory Committee to visit here this month.
I really feel that coming to the BTA is kind of like getting the baton in the lead. So they've done a great job of laying a foundation, and they're passing me the baton in the sports department to build on our sports reputation. And so it's exciting to bring my former teammates here, absolutely.
Sure. Some of the names for those that might know them.
Yes. Will Clay and Queen Harrison are the first ones that come to mind. Multi-time Olympians, they have quite a few accolades, and they're also coming here as a honeymoon, so it's very exciting for them.
The group will engage Bermuda students and encourage active lifestyles in general.
It was very important for us to work with the athletes to make sure that they touched our students and our youth here and really encourage them to see the value in participating in sports, but most importantly, the value of a healthy lifestyle. And so we're going to have a mini clinic at our National Sports Center, and I think that it's going to be an opportunity for them to be around some really amazing and phenomenal athletes.
Sports tourism is taking off.
Yes, it is.
You must be a hot commodity.
Well, I'd like to think that I will be. Definitely, I'm working really hard because I believe in Bermuda. I believe in the opportunities here, and it was very exciting to see that people get it here. They understand the value in sports, the opportunity in sports, and so I have a great team of support behind me.
Clark admits she has her hands full with upcoming international events.
Yes, I have big shoes to fill. They've done a wonderful job at the BTA of, like, as I said, establishing our sports profile, and we just want to keep working to make sure that we're seen as a leading sports destination in the world, and I think that we definitely will do that.
And I'm Mike Sharp with Bermuda Broadcasting News.
And the results are in. Bermuda is ranked the #1 island in the Caribbean and Atlantic region. That's according to the results of the Condé Nast 31st Annual Reader's Choice Awards. Bermuda Tourism Authority Chief Kevin Dallas called the award one of the biggest PR moments of the year for our tourism community, adding the BTA is incredibly proud to share these honors with our partners across the island. Mr. Dallas continues in November as he represents two important validations for us as Bermuda's marketers. We have validation from consumers who voted Bermuda to the top of the list, and validation from industry experts who deem our destination worthy of a Condé Nast Traveler cover. This is the second big magazine cover for Bermuda in 2018. The island also appeared on the cover of Travel and Leisure back in April. And weather now, it's been a beautiful sunny day, but up on our tower cam, looks like conditions are changing up. Let's head over to the AccuWeather headquarters for the latest.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
This AccuWeather forecast here on ZBM is brought to us by the BF&M Insurance Group. We have a lot going on in the Atlantic. It is late in the hurricane season, but it's not over yet. Very big concerns along the Gulf Coast of the United States tied to Hurricane Michael. That's a big deal on the brink of Category 2 versus Category 3 intensity. We have high pressure over our heads. We're well protected from the messes around us. We also have our L storm Leslie still churning away out there. This has been a long-lasting storm. And then newly formed Tropical Storm Nadine way out there. That one is going to battle some wind shear, and that will be held in check over the next 3 to 5 days. So, again, lots going on in the periphery of the Atlantic Basin, but we do have high pressure overhead, and there are not many big weather concerns tied to our situation here. In fact, boating weather has improved compared to where it was last week. 79 degrees across our fair island, and we have temperatures looking pretty good. Water temp is at 80, by the way. Waves on the inside 1 to 2 feet. At times, some of the more sheltered areas are even flatter than 1 foot wave heights. We have 3 to 6 footers on the outside. Wind from the northeast 5 to 10 knots, and humidity 70 to 75%. We look pretty good out there. Could be a stray shower in spots, but no meaningful rain is expected. So maybe a few sprinkles out there. The tide is coming in. High tide 9:40 tonight. It goes back out at 3:51 a.m. Another high tide at 10:02 Wednesday morning, and then it goes back out in the mid to late afternoon on Wednesday. Nice day tomorrow, partly sunny, 80 degrees, similar temperatures to where we are right now. Again, high pressure is influencing our weather, and there is a broad area with that clockwise flow to our north, and that is our friend. Sinking air is associated with that. And we don't expect to see any real significant weather concerns. You may recall when our L storm Leslie was closer, we had some rough surf, but that has been moving east pretty steadily over the past few days. So current conditions, again, Jamaica down into the Caribbean, scattered thunderstorms there. Kingston, similar story there. And then into Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago, scattered showers for many of our friends in those areas. We do have a lot of names on the list here, though. Tropical Storm Leslie, Tropical Storm Nadine, and Hurricane Michael, all on the map at the same time. Into the eastern part of North America, nice day in Toronto, New York, 78, pretty pleasant. Boston 82. Getting ready for some much chillier weather finally rolling into these areas at the end of the week. Atlanta, Miami, still very warm. Thunderstorms out there. London's running warm as well right now, 72 degrees. And our 5-day forecast shows, aside from any spotty showers tonight, we look good Wednesday, great Thursday. Friday looks nice as well. And then showers will increase Saturday, and we may be a little stormy at times on Sunday with some periods of rain, showers, and scattered thunderstorms are possible as well. So keep that in the back of your mind as you're making your weekend plans. At least no tropical threats are imminent. Back to you.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
It's hurricane season. Here are some tips from BF&M. Before a storm, make sure you have a family plan. Stock up on food and water and protect your home. Board up and make sure your insurance policies are up to date. After a storm, check everyone's safety, especially seniors. Inspect your property and secure from further damage. Then note the damages, list, and take photos. Remember, you can always count on BF&M 24/7 during hurricane season and all year round.
New Toyota Rush, Bermuda's biggest SUV with 7 seats. There's always plenty of room. Available at Bermuda Motors.
This is Rick Blomquist of De Pere, Wisconsin. His life is pretty comfortable. He lives in a comfy home, wears comfortable shoes. He even has a comfortable job. Rick Blomquist thought he had comfort all figured out. But then he laid on a Serta and realized his life was only just sorta comfortable. The new Serta iComfort Hybrid Mattress. Not just sorta comfortable, Serta comfortable.
Feel the difference a good night's sleep can make. Exclusively available at Dreams. Philadelphia International Medicine, PIM, provides international patients and physicians with access to an unmatched network of world-renowned doctors, surgeons, and hospitals that deliver personalized medical, surgical, and rehabilitative care ranked among the best in the world. Since 1999, Philadelphia International Medicine has helped patients and physicians from around the globe eliminate the guesswork, planning, and anxiety of finding and connecting with doctors and hospitals ranked among the best in the world. With 8 hospitals, 2 medical schools, 2 cancer centers, and hundreds of top doctors, only PIM can bring you into its medical family with one easy phone call or email.
And welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. A major insurance conference is coming up later this week. The 8th annual Bermuda Insurance Market Conference takes place on Thursday. The all-day event, which is organized by the Bermuda Insurance Institute, will feature industry stalwarts like Brian O'Hara and Patrick Tannick, but will also highlight the role millennials are playing in the new age of insurance. There will be 6 panel discussions. Topics will include diversity and inclusion and corporate social responsibility. But as BII CEO Malcolm Butterfield explains, the standout could well be a discussion on whether Bermuda is still relevant in the insurance market.
Well, first we had a pretty long discussion getting to that theme. If you look at the whole basis of the conference and the subjects that we have, it really speaks to Bermuda affirming its relevance. We in fact put an opinion panel in there, is Bermuda still relevant? And I could tell you that panel is going to be led by an overseas lawyer, Paul Cove. And we have some excellent panelists who's going to really address that subject in the Bermuda Forum context and bring it forward and say, are those things still relevant in our market today? Because the market has changed. It's become more competitive. It's become more complex. So I think it's great today to talk about the relevance and maintaining our relevance, and are we still relevant in this global marketplace?
Still to come, Earl Basin will have all the latest sports news in just a few minutes.
You can count on us.
Fresh Attitude Salads, 5-ounce package, just $3.99 each. Fresh Purdue chicken thighs, hot price, $1.99 per pound. Kraft mayonnaise, 30-ounce jar, $5.69. Arm & Hammer laundry detergent, 75-ounce bottle, hot price, $9.99. Sargento sliced cheeses, 6.7, 8-ounce packages, hot price, $3.99. All stores open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
Bassett, custom designs by you at Furniture Walk. So, how do you like it? Choose your arm style, then select your pieces. Special order exactly what you want. Your style, your way. Sofa, love seat, chair, sectional, you name it. Bassett, your style, your way at Furniture Walk.
And let's join Earl Basin for tonight's sports report.
Following the opening ceremony on Saturday night, Bermuda's young athletes taking part in the Youth Olympics have seen action. Madeline Moore took to the pool for her first event, which was the 100-meter freestyle. She would finish 3rd in Heat 3 and 34th overall. She summed up her experience thus far this way.
So far, the competition has been absolutely amazing. It's only day 2. Today was my first event, the 100 free. I thought I was really happy with the swim for it being really, really early season, only October, and my season started late August. Already being within a second of my PB, I'm really, really happy with. Hopefully in my better events, the 50s, they'll go, I'll be closer to my PBs, hopefully, maybe even PBing in the events and maybe even making a semifinal in my main event, the 50 freestyle. It's just amazing being able to compete with these people from all over the world. It's absolutely amazing seeing this level of competition and really being a part of it. I feel a lot more of a contender now, especially in the 50 free. So I'm really excited in the coming days to see what I can do and to see what other people can do.
Charlotte Toogood is playing in a squash test event. A total of 200 squash players are taking part. Toogood is taking everything in and is hoping the sport can become an Olympic sport.
So far, the expedition in Argentina for squash has been amazing. It's been really fun exploring Buenos Aires and seeing all the players from around the world. I think it's been a huge honor, a great honor, to represent squash in the Youth Olympic Games. And our main goal is to get squash as an Olympic sport for Paris 2024. And I think it's a great value for Bermuda because we have tons of local talent. And I think if squash does become an Olympic sport, which I hope it does, it'll inspire more youth to come out and play the sport just to see how great of a sport it is.
ZBM Sports can confirm that Bermuda International and Queen's Park Rangers striker Naki Wells is unavailable for the Bermuda St. Martin match that will take place on Friday, October 12th at the National Sports Center. National coach Kyle Lightbourne stated during Inside Sports Talk Radio yesterday,
family commitments. He said it's got family commitments, so, you know, we asked the question, and that's the answer we got. I went to watch them play when they played against Norwich. You know, spoke to a couple of the guys behind the scenes at QPR, and you know, they have been pleased with him since he's come in. He's made a difference for him.
Naki Wells and his Queen's Park Rangers teammates came from behind to earn themselves a point against promotion-chasing Derby County in what was an all-action and highly entertaining 1-1 draw at Loftus Road. Reggie Lamb and his Cambridge United teammates were made to rue missed opportunities in a game that they largely dominated against Crawley, but they went down 2-0 in Skybet League 2 action. Dante Levrock and his JK Never Trends teammates defeated Parnu Vaporos 1-0. Willie Clemens scored for Bowden's BK as they defeated Taft IK 5-2. Jayapartha Williams' NJ Ruda Valenja teammates drew 0-0 with NK Crisco. The Thomas College men's soccer team shut out UMaine 3-0 in a North Atlantic Conference game. Thomas College men's soccer features 7 Bermuda players on their roster that include McCreel Walker, Justin Bell, Jazarde Samuels, Jaquilo Burgess, Denawi Bowen, Javed Warren Smith, and Darren Woolridge. Samuels scored the Thomas College insurance goal in the 67th minute to give them the 3-0 victory. Kamal Levrock began his stint of Australian cricket in the South Australia Cricket Association's Premier League when he lined up for Walkerville Cricket Club, who are taking on St. Peter's Old Collegians over a 2-weekend period. Batting first, Walkerville Cricket Club were bowled out for 180. Levrock was out for 17. In reply, at the close of play, St. Peter's Old Collegians reached 34 for 4. Levrock returned figures of 8 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 11. Jair Mitchell and Zende Ingham competed in the Mega and Ultra Series motocross event in South Carolina. Mitchell competed in the 450A Pro Class, where he crossed the line second twice and finished second overall. Ingham had engine problems, but finished 9th in the Schoolboy 2 class, and then he would finish 15th in the 250C division. Work Academy won the middle school swimming championships in convincing fashion at the National Sports Center yesterday. Work Academy scored 280 points in winning the middle school division by 75 points over Salters Grammar School, who finished with 205. Bermuda High School finished 3rd overall with 144 points. Work Academy also cruised to victory in the senior school meet after collecting an impressive 384 points. They were clear winners over Salters Grammar, who finished with 236 points. In Fraser-Murray Continental Bowling League action at the Warwick Lanes, it saw the Underdogs defeat Crickelicky Laundry 18-12. The Cubs defeated the Invaders 26-4, while the Spice Nicks defeated Bermuda Pescatruel 24-6. The Oddballs got by the Nifty Rollers 21-9, and the Pinjammers defeated New Hope 25-5. In Commercial Bowling League action, Sweet Life defeated Sunset 4-0. The Pin Pushers got by We Do It Big 4-0. The Secret Weapons defeated the Spinners 3-1, while the BLDC 10-Pin Mafia defeated Cool Runnings 3-1. The BPS Blue Lanterns got by BTC 3-1, and the Superstars edged the Braves 2.5 to 1.5. I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Thanks, Earl, and that's our program for tonight. I'm Jasmine Patterson, and thanks for watching. Good night.
Jasmine Patterson's wardrobe and makeup is provided by Gibbons Company.